Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the first episode of my Valkyria Chronicles 4 playthrough. This is a great game with a lot of really cool mechanics, but I won't bore you with all that, as you'll see them as we play. That being said, without further ado, let's get started. For those of you who don't know, this is a turn-based, I guess, RPG in the Fire Emblem style. Has like different classes that your characters can be, and you kind of manage, your characters during different battles that go throughout the campaign. But anyway, here we go. There's easy or normal. Ooh. Obviously, we go normal difficulty. Wish there was something a little bit harder, but
the day our hometown burned. That was the day we enlisted. At last, we had something to believe in. Something worth fighting for. None of us yet knew. We couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up.
Trying to stay quiet as the whole cinematic plays. But yeah, I played this game, once or twice before. Didn't completely finish it, but got pretty close, and I just thought,
Wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and
just thought I could do it.
Time's over. Come on, Raz.
I wasn't napping, just resting my eyes. You gotta relax, man. You are way too freaking tense. Your hands are shaking. So sack up, Commander. It's about time we get ready to roll out. Let's show those imps what's coming to them.
Yeah. A shift in the wind. There.
Huh? You getting those wind whispers again? Imperials incoming! All right, boys, it's go time!
Squad E! Do you read me? Squad E!
This is Commander Claude Wallace. Squad E!
The Imperial forces are on the move, heading for your position!
Ready to engage.
Do not let them break through to the front line! We're counting on you!
Roger that. Over.
Good luck, Squad E.
They won't advance until they're done shelling the area. We should have time to prepare. Kai, take a group to that southern hill and slow down their left flank. Raz, take 2 soldiers east and make some noise for me. You got that?
Gotcha. Keep up or get left behind. At your command.
Hoffman, roll out! Squad E, ready to engage. All right. Just remember your training. We can do this.
So as with most games, the first mission's going to kind of be a tutorial battle. We won't actually get to use the tank, unfortunately.
Eliminate all Imperial hostiles. Let's stop their advance. Squad E, move out!
So it kind of starts you on
All
this
set,
map.
Raz?
And, you kind of deploy from there and then kind of start the battle.
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked, loaded, and in-freaking-vincible!
Okay. First, we'll see how they respond to some infantry.
But yeah, so you kind of get to build your team. There's scouts, machine gunners, mortar guys, lancers, which are basically anti-tank infantry, tanks, as well as probably a few other classes like snipers and stuff. So you kind of have to build up a team that has a good class composition, as well as you have to worry about basically relationships. People who like each other, they get certain bonuses while being near other people that they like. So kind of, it's definitely Fire Emblem-esque if you've ever played that.
Squad E, move out! Okay. Looks like everyone's in position. Finally. It's time. I'm their commander. It's up to me to get everyone out alive.
He's gonna talk himself up.
Concentrate. Remember your training. We can do this. I can do this.
Alright, and then comes little tutorials, command mode. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's position. This is referred to as command mode. Then you'll select the unit you'd like to move, and move the unit. Cursor on, basically it's just telling me, okay, now you're gonna move Raz. And it's like, so you have all your units, and then it becomes like a third-person shooter almost, where you're the only one that can take action. Although, if you do set up people in defensive positions, they will shoot at anybody approaching. So that's always a bonus. But there is like arcs of fire, so you can kind of skirt around the enemy's arcs of fire, get in behind them, and kind of finish them off. So kind of just telling us what we're supposed to do. WASD to move. I think that's, what is that, enter? Yeah, enter to switch to action mode. So then you have these little command points up here. You kind of look at the map. So this is a scout character right here. And then this is a machine gun character. So I think this shows, these little lines show which characters they can see at the moment. So he has kind of an arc of fire. You can't really see it, but it's kind of like that. So basically what it's going to have me do, before I'll talk about it before I do it, is I'm just going to head up behind this guy and basically gun him down. And then obviously these little symbols are no tanks can go here. So we got these command points up here. That means we can move 3 units during any one turn, and you can choose to move the same unit over and over and over. And then also, I will quickly explain, if you see when I hover over Raz, he has this little, like basically the same thing as the command points, and those are actually characters who give you an additional command point when you end a turn, so it's important to keep those guys alive. Anyway, I'm going to click on Raz, and it's going to let me move him, and then it's going to talk about action mode. Selecting unit switches to action mode, where they can move and attack. Move a unit with WASD, and then the AP gauge is basically, it consumes it when they move. Yeah. So it's basically just going to have me move up to this cover.
Found him!
Charge!
It's time to attack. Press right click to enter target mode. Basically to shoot your gun. It's like any, shooter you've ever played. And D to quickly snap between targets. Left click to attack. So the play here is I am going to crouch, and then I am going to shoot at him. So if you shoot at his head, you get additional points. So I'm just going to aim.
Wide open!
And then it just talks about ending actions. They can only attack once per command point action. Once it's done moving and attacking, end the turn. X to end the unit action. X can end a unit action even if your unit has leftover AP or has not yet attacked. So I'm going to use X. I should probably move up to the next point, but they are going to most likely have me do something else.
These assholes are in my way. I can't break through this.
I think it's going to talk about snipers now.
Why not?
Yep.
You're invincible, right? Are you really getting tripped up over some common foot soldiers? Why don't you ever stop and think...
Oh, shut up! Just hurry and take them out, will ya?
Thought you'd never ask. This won't take long.
So now Kai has been deployed, and they're going to have me snipe this one. And again, she is another command point unit, so she gives an extra command point. Scroll to zoom, use the scope to line up headshots, pretty much. So I'm going to move over. It doesn't really matter where you move over to, but I'm going to go right here. And then it's good to zoom all the way in. Body shots will not kill, so I have to hit this shot. And I think it's coded to always hit. Yeah. Maybe I just got lucky, who knows?
Too easy.
Nice. Keep up the good work.
And then we'll probably just end the turn. I could probably move as well because there's not many units around. But they do have me moving. So I'm going to move Raz again, I believe. Stand. You can hit the spacebar to go over. So, sandbags, it talks about. Provide cover. Basically makes it harder to hit and negates extra headshot damage. So I have the choice to go here or try to go for the second sandbag. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it, and I'm not. But I think it'll be fun. And that's just going to tell me to end the turn. Basically when it reaches 0, it automatically ends. Yep. If you have leftover, you can end, and then you can carry over the command points to the next turn. I don't believe anything bad will happen here, but probably should have stayed back, would be my guess, because they're going to take some pot shots at him. In general, I've found that enemies don't move a unit more than once, so they should just end their turn, yeah.
There we go. About time, Claude.
Yeah, I know. Soldiers, forward! Now's our chance to take the offensive.
Alright, so now I got backup. CP in consecutive actions. Yeah, that's basically what I did with Raz. You can move a person over and over if you want to. They'll tire out. Yeah, so they basically lose 1/3 of their action points every time you use them until you can't do it. So I think you can use it maybe 3 times on a unit. Actually, I think you can use them forever if you want. You just get like just a tiny sliver. So I got 4. Couple gunners. I'm probably gonna move Kai
Now advancing.
first. So I can line up a shot if I want right now, but yeah, it's just talking about how to line up a shot, and then it just talks about the stuff on the top. So, and weak points, which is obviously the head.
There.
Nice.
Too easy.
Great job! I knew you had it in you.
And I'm just gonna move her afterwards. I don't know if I can make it over to here, but can't make it over, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna send Raz over to this left sandbag. I can probably finish this guy off.
Don't stop now! Wait!
Definitely not gonna kill him if I hit him, but I could probably just walk up to him and kill him, honestly, but why do that when you can just hide in the corner?
They're in range.
And I think there's a bonus you get for like taking less damage. So this little like symbol over him basically means he's in cover. So he takes less damage.
Understood.
And the cool thing is each class has a different amount of action points every turn, so scouts actually have more. And it's probably not even worth it to take shots, but they have infinite ammo, so why not? Wow, I got really lucky with crits.
Which way is the enemy facing?
And he's not close enough to actually take any shots. And so I have enough action points to move one of these.
Moving out.
So I'm just going to move one of the scouts. And if you look at the bottom, I have a ton of action points actually for the scout, so it's always nice.
This is my first time in actual combat. Reload.
I have 5 shots and I kill him with 2. Let's see.
Going down.
Nope. Alright, so that is my turn. We'll have to see what the enemy wants to do. Super easy battle, honestly, does not take much to do it. He's probably just going to run at me and take free pot shots, yeah. And I think that should be the whole battle. Oh yeah, they have the tank, don't they?
Busting out the tanks, huh? This one's all yours, Claude.
Now it talks about tank battle.
It's our turn now.
I don't know why I have the black bars on the left and right. A little annoying,
Yes,
but
sir.
whatever.
Okay, the Hofen's moving out. Destroy the enemy tank.
Tanks are pretty cool. They have both machine guns and like actual armor-piercing rounds. Talks about it here. Boast firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. Withstand gunfire from enemy infantry, making them a solid wall for your soldiers to use as cover. Yeah, that's like a really good point, because a lot of times what I use my tanks for is I basically run them towards the enemy, and then I kind of move up my units behind it. So if anyone tries to come around behind my tank, I actually have units behind it to defend against any rear attacks. Because just like units, tanks have weak points. For units, it's generally on the head. For tanks, it's generally on their backside, just like in real life, I guess. Radiators are very weak, I suppose. Tanks can destroy objects with a red on the command mode map, either by firing cannon or driving into them. And then it just talks about where tanks can't go, which is the little symbol with the tank and the X, or the little slash mark. Possible I moved my units a little too far up.
We can keep going.
Oh wow, the Hoffen took a little bit of a shot right there. Alright, so now it's just gonna kinda let me take my turn. So you see right now I can turn this on, and it's going to take 3 shots to kill it. So mortars are really good against infantry, machine guns are really good against, you know, individual infantry that are close by, and then armor piercing is good against tanks. So I could get a little bit closer. The only issue that I'm going to be seeing is I'm not going to be able to get behind it. However, I have a ton of points. So what I can just do is
Right there!
waste all my command points on this one guy, since I have 5 of them,
Moving out.
and use every single one of them. So it's going to talk about weak points, which I'm going to attempt to do.
Shame about the flowers.
So I'm a little too close to actually hit him. So I'm going to do it on the 3rd shot.
Okay, moving out.
First battle, huh?
Fire!
But now I'm out of ammo. I think it gives you a grade for the operation. Probably won't have it at A rank.
Anyone else want to try? Squatty, don't take shit from nobody. Claude knows what I'm... Whoa, you okay?
The flowers.
Flowers?
Oh, yeah.
No.
They didn't stand a chance. Come on, man. You're supposed to be commander of the Ranger Corps.
A commander still has a heart, same as a foot soldier. Rank doesn't make this any less painful to see.
I always thought it was a little cringe playing this when I first go through it.
But crying over flowers? Even little girls have bigger balls these days.
Maybe. But what matters is that their hearts...
Alright, I get it. Power of the heart, blah, blah, blah. Look, just go turn in your report already, will ya? Can't go get sloshed if we're stuck here on standby.
Good point. I'll head to the command
Good
center.
point, we gotta go get drunk, you're right.
Yeah, you do that. And tell the brass to send us tougher imps to fight next time, yeah?
Alright, so then it gives me my rank, A rank. So I just got capable commander, let's see this. Gained A rank. Cool. So let's see. I think the bonus you get is DCT. Oh, that's money. Oh yeah, my clear bonus basically tripled the amount of EXP I got, and then tripled the amount of money I made. So it's good to keep doing missions as well as you can.
Operation Northern Cross.
That's interesting because like the whole game is played inside this book. Yeah, it talks about it here, and you basically go through the different episodes and you watch the cinematics and stuff. Talks about saving. Anything can happen out there. Remember to save. Alright. I will be quiet for this.
Sir, First Lieutenant Claude Wallace reporting in.
Good work out there. Glad you're still in one piece. We're just about to go over our next operation.
You're late. I'm sure you know standard procedure is to report immediately after a mission.
Oh, Minerva. You're reporting too?
That's lieutenant to you, Claude. Don't get smart with me just because we share rank. I've got seniority.
Sorry, Lieutenant Minerva Victor.
Well, let's get started. Minerva, give us a situation report.
Yes, sir. 3 months have passed since we went to war. I won't sugarcoat it. They're steamrolling us.
And somehow our individual squadron's gonna turn the whole war around, because, you know, that's how wars work, don't worry.
By this point, a third of our territory is under Imperial control. This is officially a crisis.
If it's that bad already, we won't even be able to sustain a war effort.
You're right, and the Empire's only gaining momentum. If this draws out much longer...
The Federation's finished. If we fall, that's it for Europa. Nobody else could stand against them. The Empire would take total control. It'd be a fascist continent ruled with an iron fist. We can't let that happen. Europa's future depends on us.
Which brings us to now. The top brass finally got off their seats and sent us a plan. A counterattack that can turn the war around in one fell swoop, ready to be put into action.
What are the orders?
We put all our force into one strike. Break through their defenses and hit them where they'll hurt most.
Soldiers, supplies. We'll use all reserves we have to make a final push and capture one crucial enemy base. And we lucky few of the 32nd Armored Ranger Battalion have been handpicked as the vanguard.
Couldn't ask for a better mission, sir. Which enemy base are we targeting?
Think bigger. We take this base, and we take their will to fight.
But how could any one target mean that much to...
Then he realizes.
Wait, you don't mean...
You always were a clever boy, Claude. I think you've got it.
Our target is the Imperial capital of Schwarzgrad. Let's fight back!
Operation Northern Cross.
The year was 1935 EC. Two great powers vied to control the continent of Europa. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, a dictatorship known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies banded together to form the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their prosperity. Its growing scarcity leading inevitably to war.
Gives you like a
With its
World War II
overwhelming
feel,
military might, the Empire captured one nation after another. While the Federation struggled to maintain unity, every battle driving them further
Seems
back
like
against
Cold
the wall.
War-esque.
3 months have passed. With 7/10 of Europa falling to the Imperial war machine, the Federation places all its hope in a desperate counterattack. Operation Northern Cross. 6 million soldiers fought in this campaign. It claimed more lives than any other in the Second European War. Federation historians call it the Eastern Theater, but the Empire knows it as the War for the Motherland.
soldiers! This is the battle you've been training for! Operation Northern Cross begins now! We'll wipe those Imperials clear off the face of Europa! Our time has come! Forward to victory!
Countless soldiers fought and died on those fields, struggling to make their ideals a reality. Ordinary people, thrust into extraordinary circumstances, fighting in the hopes that they would see a brighter future. What follows here is a record of those brave warriors, a record of that battle against the dark. Based on the diary of one Claude Wallace, the commander of the Federation's Galleon Squad E.